good morning to everybody. Thank you for coming on this panel. Unfortunately, we're not able to dive maybe in the sea, but let's dive into data-driven business, which is a base for our digital transformation talked about here. Yeah. So we cooperate with our client Delhaize Serbia for many years, and in this specific project, we help them to optimize e-commerce assortment, to improve certain KPIs, to make some savings, and overall actually to be better than competition. And actually the most important thing here is to say that actually this is a purely customer-centric project here to make a better offer for their customers. Delhaize is, or Delhaize Serbia, Delhaize is one of the biggest retailers in the world. In Serbia, certainly the biggest retailer, with 4 banners, with more than 500 stores, and the biggest e-commerce retailer in Serbia. Data-Do is a team of professionals who are in the data-driven business for more than 20 years, and we combine expertise in knowing markets and the customers, and combine that with complex analytics to transform data to insights, and then insights into the money. So we start with the challenge. There are 2 actually important things to say. The first one on the left side is actually that retailers and e-commerce retailers facing today many challenges because there are so many products in the offer. There are very complex logistics, very expensive logistics, and there are not enough people to handle this. Yeah? On the right side, the other side of the challenge, the other side of the coin is a very demanding consumer who wants everything now, who wants everything to be personalized, who needs and asks for convenience, but when they go to online to buy something, imagine yourself also, they're finding thousands of goods, and it's not easy to choose among that. So the 2, let's say, most important things and starting points for thinking a discussion is that retailers are trying to decrease costs and to increase actually their presence and to increase market share.
Just to add a little bit on challenges and business goals. You know, you have to understand the context of e-commerce growth. You know, with the corona and everything, e-commerce started to grow significantly. And you know, in brick and mortar business, e-commerce, you know, like it was more like an image project. And nobody was taking care a lot about the costs until business started to grow significantly. Then everybody was focused on profit. Do we earn enough money, and how much really do we earn? Is it bring us a value in e-commerce? So we get a client invited us and they say, look guys, we have to do something with our primary targets. First we have to settle bottom line. We need to reduce costs because we started to be challenged about the low profitability in commerce business. So we need to reduce costs. Please help us because we have very wide assortment. You know, retailers were traditionally just copying brick and mortar assortment into e-commerce business. So it's really very easy. What you have in offline, you just sell it online. It should be very easy. But actually, with Corona, they started, first of all, to challenge, to face really huge challenges in supply chains. How to have all the products in the store and to be able to sell them the moment when customer orders it. And it became really a huge challenge. Besides, you know, it's truly very expensive to have a wide assortment. And of course, that was the challenge even in Serbia these days, and it still is, how to find people that would actually pick the products instead of all of you. Who is going into the store, you know, taking product and putting it into some sort of basket and bring it to you. So it was really a huge challenge to find those simple pickers that are picking the products instead of you within a sort of warehouse or dark store and name it. So primary targets for our clients, look, guys, help us with these challenges. We need to reduce costs and to stay relevant to our customers. And the secondary targets we had is like, look guys, we have a dark assortment, we packed our products, which are, let's say, most frequent products that are bought, we need to repack this because we need to make this picking personnel more efficient. And of course, we have to do it through data. And last but not least, let's learn something on the way. Can we learn something about our customers from the data we share with you? And we had one very important task, okay, optimize the assortment, meaning reduce it, but we don't want to lose a single penny. We want to keep our revenue constant, and there is no discussion to lose the money on the way if you reduce the assortment. So do what you do, but no, don't lose money. And the second task, also very important, is, look guys, we want to keep being shopper-centric. What does it mean? It's very easy if you have a wide assortment and just take X and then cut a long tail. It's very easy, but it's really a stupid business decision because you can and you will definitely annoy your customers. Even if some products are not bought frequently, but they can and they are, it happens, they are very important for your customers. So don't lose customers. That was a demand of our client. And actually this is the agenda I prefer the most, starting from a challenge solution, and we are really happy because Delhaize accepted to share these results. So I'm really happy that I will be able to share business results at the end. So what actually was our solution? Of course, our recipe list is that we included data, of course, because we are in a data business and we do data analytics, so we put everything in. We put, of course, a brick and mortar, also sales or transactional data, not only e-commerce data. Because if you are shopper-centric, you would like to be omni-channel, not multi-channel retailer. You would really like to understand why your customers are buying e-commerce in e-commerce and why they are buying offline. What are their needs they satisfied if they personally go to store or if they buy online? So it's very important to take all this data and understand customers. Of course, we also wanted to understand needs of their most loyal customers. You shouldn't annoy your most loyal customer. I mean, it's a marketing recipe for decades, not centuries. So it was very important for us to understand the needs of their most loyal customers, and of course we included third-party data to understand, to add and to understand needs at micro-location.
And we should add some fish in this recipe. Because
so we have recipes. First of all, okay, we started with shopper needs. It's also our original from our, we used to work for years in GfK company, so we know a lot about customer behavior. And we know what is important, so no algorithms can help you if you think only about algorithms. You should start thinking about human beings and what data communicate about their needs. So we started with their needs. We started analyzing differences and expectations in e-commerce of their most loyal customers in order to avoid delisting products that are demanded by most loyal customers. And then, of course, we defined assortment in length and depth. That's the next step. And constraints. You know, in business, the most optimal solution is not always the best one, because you always have some exceptions from the rules. So maybe you would be surprised, maybe you know retail business well, but significant amount of money or margin that retailers earn is coming from so-called back margins. These are not like major margins, but it's like, for example, you agree with Coke to sell some media in the store, some special places to advertise the product or put on a special place like Coke, and then you get some additional incentives from the producer. And it's a significant portion that retailers of money that retailers do. So we needed to put into our model different constraints. Even if you wouldn't list a certain product because it's not optimal, you should return this product because there are some contracts with producers. And then, of course, it's very important to understand substitution and complements between products. That's a very important part of the model. If you, for example, delist a certain product, exclude it from assortment, you should take care that this product has a substitutes among other products. If this product is not substitutable, even if it's very small, you should keep it in the assortment. And then we created a list of optimized assortment. And deliverable, of course, we wanted to test scenarios to tell our client, look, if you reduce the assortment by, for example, 57%, what would happen? What would happen if you reduce the number of products by 33%? What will happen with your revenue? What will happen with your margin? What will happen with the quantity? What will happen with the frequency? So these scenarios we've provided to our client to tell, look, this is the list, with this list, impact is this one. And we created, as we heard earlier, there are lots of SaaS platforms, and here there is one more in the world. So we call it Spectra, shopper-centric assortment. And actually, because it is shopper-centric, and we were that lucky that we were supported by Serbian Innovation Fund, World Bank, this platform, so one more. And why we needed platform? Algorithms we already had, but why we needed platform? Because we need somebody from category managers to enter these exceptions. We need some approvals. And we needed also to model different priorities. 1 year retailer has a priority, a revenue, and next year it's a margin. So we needed to put that into the model. Also, we need sometimes some less optimal solutions, and of course we need some tracking. We needed to add some tracking functions into our platform Spectra. And at the end, the result was really, we are really proud of it. And Delhaize is also proud and happy. First of all, connected to the assortment, reducing costs and the assortment, we managed to, we told them, look, guys, you can reduce the assortment by 43% without losing a penny. Can you imagine what was the saving of the money behind this decision? So we calculated, we told them, look, this is the optimal assortment, but this is 43% lower than you used to have. We selected an important assortment, and we increased efficiency by 55% of this picking personnel. So it means that each third person should not or could not be employed. You know, they needed much less employees than they used to in the past to finish the job. And it was really challenging, which is such a growth in e-commerce, and Delhaize is a dominant leader in e-commerce business, but the efficiency increased by 55%. Why is that so? You know, the question is that we were not competing with algorithms. We were competing with people that they had category managers, they had 2 or 3 columns in Excel sheets to define the assortment. And you know, a model that has many variables influencing sales is much more precise. That's why growth or impact is such a huge, at least it is at least double digit. And of course, we had optimized assortment in dark stores, so we managed also to increase basket coverage with this dark store assortment with 800 products. We increased 10%, and of course, there are many new projects that started from these insights connected to shopper insights and especially knowledge about shopper needs. So many nice marketing initiatives, and not only marketing initiatives, but also monetization activities. So Delhaize also on the way they learned how to sell again this data and these projects to suppliers. So Coke is paying even more today. And we managed to keep the revenue, so 0 revenue loss, and we were 100% shopper-centric. Thanks to this project, Delhaize Serbia in e-commerce became the most profitable e-commerce business in Delhaize Europe. So we are really proud about the achievement in this project. So that was it. Thanks a lot.